SCHD, or Schwab's U.S. Dividend Equity ETF, is an ETF that tracks the performance of the Dow Jones U.S. 100 Index. The ETF was created by Charles Schwab back in 2011 and has since gained a lot of popularity among investors for its potential consistent income and long-term growth. It doesn't take you long to realize that SCHD's dividend growth history has been extremely strong. Even to the point where if you were to have bought shares of SCHD, let's say, back in 2012, the dividend that you would be receiving today would be about 4 or 5 times as much as the dividend that you started with back in 2012. Now, SCHD's quarterly dividend payment is different every single quarter, more or less. And if you want to know what SCHD's future dividend payments are going to look like for the next few quarters, stay tuned to this video. But first, let's talk a bit more about SCHD and what it has to offer. SCHD offers amazing diversification. SCHD holds a diversified portfolio of 100 blue-chip dividend-paying stocks spread across various sectors of the economy. This helps to mitigate the risk of investing in a single stock and provides exposure to a broad range of companies. Also, SCHD offers a higher than normal dividend yield. The starting yield of SCHD right now is around 3.5% more or less. As the name suggests, SCHD is focused on investing in companies that pay dividends. With the ETF's current yield being higher than the average yield of the S&P 500, the dividend payments are distributed quarterly, providing investors with a consistent and strong income stream. SCHD is also very popular because of the low expense ratio. The expense ratio is 0.06, which is significantly lower than the average expense ratios of similar ETFs. And take my word for it, guys, I invest in plenty of different ETFs, closed-end funds, and much of the like, and 0.06 is definitely the lowest expense ratio throughout my entire portfolio. Now, I came across this Twitter thread that I want to share with everyone and give some insight on what the future SCHD quarterly payouts for the rest of this year and beyond could look like. So it says, attention SCHD fans. I know there's a lot of us that love this powerhouse dividend growth ETF. Want to see what SCHD dividend payouts will look like for the rest of the year of 2023. They then said Charles Schwab never announces its SCHD dividend payments until a week before the payouts. But after some homework, this Twitter user apparently found what could be the next 4 payouts. I annualized historical dividend data from SCHD and projected an overall dividend increase of 10% for this year. This projection is slightly lower than the 3-year annual increase average of 14%, and the 10-year average is 12%. So they want to play this on the conservative side, although it could even be higher than these projections. Next, let's look at the 4 SCHD 2022 payouts from last year. March was 52 cents, June was 70 cents, September was 64 cents, December was 70 cents. This totaled to $2.56, which was a 13.9% increase from 2021, an almost 14% increase in your payouts just for holding onto the ETF for 1 year. That's incredible. Further, SCHD typically always increases its quarterly dividends from 1 year to the prior. For example, the June 2023 dividend should be at least 70 cents. So we can forecast each 2023 quarter to be greater payouts versus the same quarter of 2022, which means we have some bigger payouts incoming. Assuming we get a 10% total year dividend increase, the annual payout for 2023 will be $2.82. So $2.82 up from $2.56, which is already a decent amount of payouts per share of SCHD per year. So then we can go backwards and see that Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 plus Q4 is going to equal $2.81. Last note, SCHD has paid its highest dividend of the year in December, and this took place 4 of the last 7 years. SCHD has paid its lowest dividend of the year in March for at least 6 consecutive years. So using all this logic and putting it all in place, and the historical SCHD dividend data, here are the predictions for the SCHD payouts for the rest of this year. So March, we have 58 cents per share of SCHD. For June of 2023, we could be looking at 72 cents per share. September, 73 cents, and December, 78 cents per share. I definitely cannot speak for everyone, but for me personally, SCHD is going to be a major staple of my dividend growth portfolio, which already holds well over 100 shares of SCHD as of now. I would like to get that number closer to 200, 300 before the end of this year, if all things go well. And at the same time, if we see more of a market downturn in the up and coming days, SCHD will only get cheaper and the starting yield will only get higher. I want you guys to comment down below some of your guesses, projections for the next 3 quarters of SCHD future dividend payments. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure to please drop a like in the video and subscribe for more. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.